Brought to you by ExpressCare Health and Skin Center. Get in, get out, get better.
Welcome back to Healthy Living. If you're just joining us now, we are talking about peanut allergies, something that's very common amongst children. And joining me now to take some of your questions is Dr. Jitka Lom.
Hi, Julie.
All right, so our first viewer is asking, are peanut allergies becoming more common?
They are. The reason for it isn't completely clear, but they've about tripled in the last 20 years. So it's a much more common thing, and many schools and businesses will actually become nut-free so that nobody has any problems there. It's interesting that that's not happening around the world. In some countries, peanut allergy is almost unheard of. For example, in Israel. There they have a snack called bamba, which is made out of peanuts, and it's fed to little children right from infancy. Here we give the advice, don't give peanuts or peanut butter to your children until after the age of 1. But in Israel, they feed it to their babies right from the beginning, and their babies don't get peanut allergy. So they checked out Israeli children in England, growing up there, and those children were following the same guidelines of waiting for a year until they ate peanut butter, and those children had the same high rate of peanut allergy as in the United States. So it seems that actually feeding your children a small amount of peanut butter at an early age may be completely safe, but the American Academy of Pediatrics still does not recommend that.
Oh, very interesting. Now, can you overcome a peanut allergy?
Yeah, about 20% of kids that have peanut allergy will grow out of it. 80% won't, though.
Okay. Our next viewer is asking, how do you go about cooking for someone with a peanut allergy?
Yeah, so that brings up anything to do with peanuts, which can be hidden in certain sauces. You have to watch and read the ingredients very carefully, especially like marinades and things like that can have peanut in them. Spring rolls can have peanuts in them. But the main source would be actual nuts or peanut butter. And then there's always the question of peanut oil. If you're having regular peanut oil, it's actually safe. If you have cold pressed peanut oil that sort of pushes some of the peanut itself into the bottle, then you cannot have that. So regular peanut oil is actually okay for most people with peanut allergy because it doesn't have any peanut protein in it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now our next viewer is asking, what is the best way to treat a peanut allergy?
Yeah, so the best way to treat the peanut allergy, if it's life-threatening, if you know that you're going to be breaking out in hives or having an asthma attack or feeling your throat close, is with the EpiPen. Because each subsequent peanut allergic reaction is more severe. So the first time you may just have a little bit of hives, the next time you may have hives and itching and throat closing, and the next time you're going to drop your blood pressure and actually die. So the best way is with the EpiPen. But if that's not available to you, then you can do two other things, and this is important to have in your allergy kit for your child or for yourself. The first thing is Benadryl, and you want to immediately take a Benadryl, take the capsule or the pill as soon as you can after ingesting the food. And the second thing is some ranitidine or Zantac, because Zantac also helps you reduce the allergic reaction that you're having. So you'd want to take a Benadryl and a Zantac right away, and if you can, go ahead with the EpiPen, and then make your way to a clinic or the hospital.
Okay. Now, another viewer says, I have a child with a peanut allergy. Will his younger brother develop it?
Yeah.
So is it hereditary?
It isn't hereditary, but it does cluster in families. It doesn't mean you cannot pass it down to your child, the peanut allergy, but it's more common within families. So the association is about increased risk of about 20%. If one family member has it, the other might. So this is important because you can have a blood test done on a child that has never even eaten a peanut and find out whether they're prone to that. And that test has just come out in the last few years. So that helps. You don't have to do the oral challenge and find out if you have a severe reaction.
Okay. Now, where can people go online to find out more about anaphylaxis?
There's a great website called foodallergy.org, and the other one that you can get on, I brought it with me, is Get Schooled in Anaphylaxis, and it's www.anaphylaxis101.com, and it actually has a phone app. So you can get on your smartphone if you have a family member with severe allergy, and you can have that ready for those situations where it's hard to think of what to do, and you can press the button and it will tell you what to do.
Oh, wow.
So that's fabulous.
Wow, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Doc. Well, if there is anything else you want to inform, well, is there anything else you'd like to inform our viewers about?
Well, one thing that is a little bit sad is the cost of the EpiPen. So for people who don't have health insurance, it runs over $200 to get an EpiPen, and it's sad that that should be so expensive because the medicine within that costs about 30 cents. But it's because of the patent and all of that. So if you're in a situation where you know that you have the serious allergy but you can't afford the EpiPen, make sure that you have the Benadryl and the Zantac at home, and you can actually get from your doctor a small vial of epinephrine. Now in this case you would need to break it, draw it up with a syringe, but you can be taught how to do that and still be able to afford this life-saving medication. So I encourage you to get an EpiPen or epinephrine somehow if you have that type of allergy in yourself or your family member.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, keep it tuned to KUAM's News Extra.